Good morning, Mr. Roger. I like that shirt already. Team Orange. How are you, sir?
What a trade you can.
Right? Yesterday I was all orange.
How are you?
I'm good, sir. We're awake. We're alive, I guess, right?
Barely. I have a 94-year-old mother that I'm a caretaker. So
yes.
In the mornings it's running chaotic for me. What do we need to do, sir?
Nothing. I got everything.
Do you need a hose?
No, sir. I got all the water, electricity. You just get to sit back, relax,
boy,
and hopefully enjoy the show at the end.
Well, I hope it's not too hot for you.
Oh, this is a piece of cake.
You're tough.
The higher the degree, the better it is for me. I get better.
Damn.
Yeah, no, this is a really nice color.
But since my wife died, it's been just haven't had my heart in it.
Oh yes. Ooh, look at that engine, supercharged.
Yeah, it's just.
How'd you hear of me, through Facebook or?
No, I'm not all that technical on that stuff. So I got on the internet and looked at mobile detailers.
Okay.
And I wanted somebody close to home, which you are. You're out in Wiley.
Yeah.
So I went down the list, and I called two people, you being one, and another one which never answered the phone.
Okay.
And I guess it was just fate, because you answered, you were sharp, sounded intelligent, and acted like you really wanted the job. So that impressed me.
Well, I appreciate the opportunity. Yeah. Now we're gonna put everything together and make sure we made the right choice.
Yeah, I'm sure I did.
For your conditioning, how do you like it? Do you like it nice and glossy, or you like that just matte neutral look?
The neutral look.
Okay.
And somebody in the past, whatever on the buttons.
Yes.
The door buttons. The implement.
It's probably some
sticky.
Sticky, yeah. What's going on, guys? God bless you. Carlos here with Serrano's Mobile Detail in Dallas, Texas. Thank you so much for joining me in today's project. Today we have a very extensive project. We are going to be working on this Jaguar XJ. It is in today for a interior detail. We have a paint enhancement as well as a engine bay detail as well. But on today's project, guys, we're going to be talking about how I attack a project like this. Where do I start? How to come up with, my process throughout this detail. So I hope you guys enjoy it. So let's get started. When working on a project such as this, from interior to exterior, you want to see what area needs it the most, right? So in this scenario, we are going to be starting on the engine bay cleaning and the exterior wash, wheels, all of this done first, because the interior is really not that bad. It's really in good condition, where I want to attack where I want to use all my energy first on the worst scenarios, which is engine bay and wheels and tires and the paint. So first thing first, let's get this vehicle wash, and we'll get to the rest. Majority of this engine is really just dusty. So what I'm gonna do first is do like a pre-rinse. Try to get majority of this gunk off, right? And then I'm gonna be following it with, this is Green Star in here. And Green Star, I love to use it like for engine bays. Usually I would use Super Clean, but I left my gallon at home. So we're gonna go with Green Star. And we're hitting all these plastics really well. We're gonna brush everything. Again, this engine doesn't need like heavy concentrated products just because there's just dust, right? And then what I tend to do is I'll grab my foam cannon and then I'll foam it up. What I have in here is Coach Chemi, the alkaline one, active foam I think it's called. And then I'm gonna foam the engine nicely. And let those two products just kind of work in tandem. There's different brushes I tend to carry, but on average, engine bays, I'll go with mostly like this style of brush. And then I like to spray my brush as well. So we have some sort of product in here. Since this brush is like a soft bristle brush, you don't have to panic about, you know, I know there's some detailers out there who kind of panic about scratching like the hood or anything like that. So you don't have to have that in your mind. Now, I know some people don't like doing engine bay details because maybe they have had a scenario where the car doesn't turn back on and you had some sort of forever nightmare, right? But always have, the way I do it is, right now the engine is off. When I start rinsing it off, I will turn the engine on, the vehicle on, so that a lot of this water is not sitting. So majority of the water is kind of like moving. So the engine is moving, everything's moving, and you won't have that issue. So always, I start with the engine off, and then we'll turn it on. So as of right now, I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on, and then also lift this plastic cover. Take it off if you can, so that you can also clean this little block area here, because it's dirty as well. You know, I know some detailers don't tend to pop that open. I do, just because sometimes there is some light like buildup on this block. So I want to go ahead and at least kind of agitate it. Notice I am not putting the gun like to the material. I'm just rinsing it off. There will be some areas where I'll say, oh, I need to pressure wash it, but majority of the time I'm just letting the mist do the work, because your product is doing everything. All right, now we're gonna blow it, and then I'm gonna do my conditioning. For my blowing, expect a video very soon, guys. I think I have played with this product enough to tell you if I do like it or if I don't. So we're gonna be using our Max Shine blower. Our new one, which I really have enjoyed it. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and just blow this whole engine really well, and then we're gonna condition. But I don't know if you guys can notice, but we have about 26 feet. I'm parked on the side of the road, so for those who have wondered, like, is this something I want to buy? Is it gonna make sense? It does, because the blower's in my truck. And when doing an engine bay detail, guys, always start on the engine bay first, and then pretty much like your exterior. Because if you do the exterior first, then you're gonna get your whole exterior dirty when you finish. So do engine bay first, and then the exterior. What we're using right now is Drive Auto Appearance. This is his high gloss dressing, and I like this one, especially when a engine bay maybe hasn't been cleaned in a while. A lot of these plastics are very dull, so by using this, it will pretty much just penetrate through the material really well. And I'm just gonna leave it like that, and I'm just gonna let the product just dwell and just take its course. And by the time I finish, you'll notice that this engine bay is gonna be like so nice. And for the wheels, we're going with my preferred wheel and tire cleaner. We're going with the Adams, and I really enjoy using this one because it really breaks down a lot of the grime from these tires. And then what I have on here is a little bit of some wheel acid, because these wheels here, boy, they definitely need it. I want to make sure I use something a little bit stronger to really remove a lot of this caked on brake dust from these brake pads. So my process is usually pretty straightforward. Agitate the tire really well. These tires haven't been cleaned in a while. Right? And then what I'll do is I'll grab my pressure washer, and I'm hitting my wheel wells first, just to remove all the dirt from it. Then I'll hit the tire. Oh wow, look. And hopefully you guys can see it on the camera, but look how easy this product is just cleaning these wheels. This is why I say wheel acid will always be your go-to when working on these nasty wheels. Like, stop wasting your time scrubbing. Use wheel acid and you're done. Obviously, we're gonna be cleaning these inner barrels really good, but I love to use acid as my first initial pre-treatment. And then I'll come back with my Adams wheel and tire, and then now I will spray it again. And as you guys see now, there is no orangey, there's no grime coming out of those tires that much. So now we'll neutralize it with the Adams wheel and tire, and then we'll also get our flat brush and just kind of agitate this inner wheel barrel here really well to just remove the leftover dirt, which really isn't much. And then we have, this is a flat wheel brush from Max Shine, to make sure we can get all in between this caliper, because it's a very narrow entrance. And bam. Now, should you want to agitate, you definitely can. We'll use this very soft bristle. Spray your product like this. But the wheel acid pretty much took, I would say, like 95% of all this dirt and grime, to where you don't have to do a lot of scrubbing. Trust your wheel acid. I don't care what anybody says. Trust it. You'll be okay. Finally, playing with this one is from Pure Est. It's their wheel cleaner and iron removal. So we're gonna test this one out. Let's see how it is. And I've already, oh yeah, it's, oh wow, it smells. This one's smooth. What I did, and something you didn't see on camera, is I now back the vehicle up. After I clean the wheels, I always back the vehicles up, because I want to make sure that, I don't know if you guys see here, this is an area that kind of was in an area where I couldn't see. So what I'm doing now is just kind of cleaning the wheel again, but just hitting the areas that kind of were missed, where usually that area that was missed is probably by where this caliper was, and your brush, you couldn't get it very well, right? But also, if you never move your wheel or your vehicle, you'll always have an area where you'll have the dirt, you'll have the buildup. That's just because we miss them, right? So I always tend to move these wheels back to make sure that we get every area of this wheel. So I know, especially when these big packages such as this, you want to make sure you deliver the quality, you deliver the presence, you deliver everything that this customer is hoping for. And I really want to make sure this vehicle looks amazing for this customer. So always move your vehicles back and forth to make sure you clean those wheels really well. All right, so now we are to the claying stage, and what you see on the paint right now is active foam, and then we have the Jaguar's clay bar. I'll have a proper name for it. And then we are now just going to clay this paint to remove pretty much the contaminants. If you as a detailer are not doing this step and strictly doing it car wash style, which is literally just wash and rinse off, the wax is literally pointless because there is still a lot of contaminants on the top, on the surface. So that is one of the reasons we as detailers are always preaching about proper prep, proper paint prep, meaning, you know, claying it and all of that. So always make sure you do this step. This step is crucial because when you clay the paint, you are truly decontaminating, you're truly removing anything that is on the paint. So, and it just gives your product the best chance to adhere to your paint. So always make sure you are cleaning your customers' cars. All right, you guys, so since I was already working on the outside, I just said, you know what the heck, let's go ahead and just get to the exterior, right? Knock that out and I'll finish the interior. Obviously I'm good at both of those things, and timing wise I'm doing really well. I think overall from beginning to end, just on the exterior itself, it took me about an hour to do because it really needed it, right? For the paint enhancement, like I said, this package today is a interior detail, paint enhancement, and the engine bay detail, right? We've already went ahead and did the engine bay. Now we're gonna go ahead and just attack the exterior. For the exterior, for a paint enhancement, I love to use Coach Chemi P301, which is this one right here. If you're new to the Coach Chemi family, anything with a green line has waxes and fillers, right? And sealants, right? The difference between Coach Chemi P301, this is strictly more of a hand wax. It has carnauba. And then on the P601, it's more on your correction, gets you a little bit more of a cleaner finish, and it's really more of a all-in-one, like a solid, like a nice little one-step paint correction, right? So as I was watching this vehicle, it really touched me where, you know, he's taking care of his 94-year-old mother. I am working with a senior. So just a lot of things was going through my head, and really the least I can do is, you know, hook him up. So we're gonna go ahead and use Coach Kemi P601 instead of P301 because this paint has some good defects. So I want to at least clean it up and give it a nice finish. So we're going to be pairing it with the Rupes yellow foam and the Rupes cordless. So this shouldn't take me no more than probably an hour, hour and a half. It should take me a little bit. You know, when you're doing a correction, that takes longer. Enhancement, you really is just, you're trying to get the paint looking better. Yep, that looks much better. All right, guys, we're now to the interior. Interior is pretty straightforward. One of the main concerns that I kind of saw the customer talk about was it said that somebody had previously detailed this vehicle. The detailer ended up using, I don't know, some sort of dressing, which made everything very sticky. And you're gonna see a little clip. It's all right here. It's all on this. It's all on the shifter, steering wheel. It's bad. So what I'm trying to do is kind of melt that stuff off without really damaging the buttons. Obviously, these buttons are heavily caked with all this like grime. So all I'm doing is I'm just trying to make it look better. Will I remove 100% of all this gooey stuff? Doubt it. But at least we can make it look a little bit better. Obviously, I think once I finish cleaning these, I will condition or dress these buttons so they look a little bit better, so that we can at least try to get this feeling a little bit better, because this feels so sticky. So really just try to make this look a little bit better. We're definitely using steam just to try and melt a bit of this grime and stickiness that is on here. And obviously our air tool. So sticky. And for this is more of a back and forth action. To really not damage anything, what I'm doing is I am steaming and then using my towel, right? And then if I feel like it needs a little bit more, you know, we will steam again from far, and then again with our towel. Majority of this came off here. There's still just a little bit. And we're also using like a toothpick to kind of get in here. At the end of the day, you gotta use kind of whatever works for you. MaxShine has recently come out with some new products. What you're seeing here is the new MaxShine interior cleaner. Perfect for leather seats, vinyl for your plastic. Smells amazing. We're using it with a Ninja scrub. Now, I will say what I have kind of liked about this product is, one, it leaves protection behind, right? So kind of like Polestar. It leaves protection behind, and it feels so smooth. Like the way the leather feels after you wipe this down, like it really replenishes the seats, if that makes sense. Like just the feel it gives. The finish cleans really well, I will say that. For leather, this product is really made for your interiors, right? This Max Shine cleaner, leaving protection behind, and really leaves these seats looking really nice. And I mean, when I tell you like the feeling it has, it feels literally like some very soft leather, really soft leather. All we have left to do is we're gonna do carpet cleaning, wash the mat, and this baby is pretty much done. All right, y'all, we're to the extraction phase. One of the reasons I'm not gonna extract this carpet is because the carpet is really nice. So what I'm gonna be doing is pretty much just going the dry upholstery method. And obviously first step is vacuuming the carpet. And then what I like to do next is I'm gonna steam clean, give it a nice steam clean all on the carpet. This just kind of warms up the fibers, and then what I'm coming back with is I'm going with Carpet Bomber and just kind of letting the product dwell for a little bit. Coming back with a dry towel, microfiber, and I'm pretty much going to agitate this carpet. And then just agitate it really nice, get this product going. This vehicle is really well maintained, so that's one of the reasons I opted out of the full extraction, and we're going the dry upholstery method. We're using the rigid vacuum as our kind of our wet vac, and then all I'm doing now is I am extracting or vacuuming the leftover like residue from the steaming. And then after I vacuum it, I usually hit it with the towel one more time. Yeah, that looks a whole lot better. This project is finally done. I finished just in time. It was a hot one. But hey, this carport definitely helped. So how did this vehicle turn out? Well, let's take a look at it. Are you ready?
I am ready.
I'm excited for you.
Thank you. Boy, that looks new. That
Your
really-
buttons, I removed all that stuff off.
Did you?
Yeah, so you're good to go there. I know that was one of your main concerns.
Yeah, and of course the fuzz and hairs and stuff that was all over the
Yeah.
dash and center console. Yeah, looking good. That is looking mighty good.
Nice and glossy, nice and soft. So what I ended up doing is, you paid for an enhancement.
Uh-huh.
The enhancement wasn't gonna do much. Like, it had a lot of like scratches that were more bothering me more than anything.
Uh-huh.
So I ended up just putting a good sealant on there. So it should last you up to a year.
Okay.
Instead of a wax, usually gives you maybe like 3 or 4 months.
Okay. Those tires and wheels, they look like we put some new wheels on it. Yes, sir.
Check your engine out.
That's the way an engine bay is supposed to look. Yes, sir.
And as a added bonus, I went ahead and did a headlight restoration on your headlights. So I cleaned those up. They were very...
Well, they're starting to get that little...
the haziness and all that, so I ended up sanding them down, repolishing them, and...
They look good. Look good. Yeah, I was noticing that was starting to happen.
Yeah.
My friend, I couldn't have asked for more, I don't think. Looks really good.
Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah, sure.
That concludes today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of the process. Again, we did an interior detail today, engine bay detail as well, and the exterior got a paint enhancement. And as a bonus round, we did the headlight restoration on that one. We went from 800 to 5,000 grit. To some, you guys might say that might be extensive, but we really wanted to clean these headlights and really get the maximum clarity out of them, and that's kind of the process that I did. Overall, it turned out really well, and as you guys hopefully saw, the customer loved it, enjoyed his new look, right? Because it definitely looks a whole lot better. To Mr. Roger, if you do watch this video to the very end, I just want to say thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to serve you today, and I hope that you really enjoyed the outcome of your vehicle. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. God bless you, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.